Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Beatley. I teach here at the University of Virginia, and I run something called the Biophilic Cities Network. And I wanted to just say a few words about this idea of biophilic cities. I wish I could be with you. This forum on innovation sounds wonderful, and I wish you a marvelous conference. But wanted to tell you a little bit about this idea. So for the last 4 or 5 years, we've been developing and advocating for a new model of cities, a new model of urbanization that puts nature at the center. That's not a peripheral afterthought, but something that's central to the design and planning of a city. We believe that nature is not something optional. It's absolutely essential to leading a happy, healthy, and meaningful life. You can't have nature just on a vacation somewhere, we believe. It has to be all around you where you're working and living. And so we believe this concept of a biophilic city represents a really important new way of thinking about cities. I should back up and say the idea of biophilia, the concept of biophilia, we have to give a lot of credit to E.O. Wilson at Harvard, who has really coined the term in the way that we use it. It means this innate connection to nature. We've co-evolved with the natural world, so not surprising, the evidence shows that we are happier, healthier, our cognitive performance goes up, our mood improves when we have nature around us. So nature does wonderful work for us, we know, and there are many ecological services that nature provides for us as well. And so this vision of a biophilic city is one that we've tried to advance through our Biophilic Cities Network. The network itself started around 2013. It includes cities like Singapore, San Francisco, Milwaukee, Portland, Oregon, all U.S. cities, Birmingham in the U.K., Wellington, New Zealand, and the number of cities continues to rise. So we're quite excited as the network gains in traction. So a biophilic city, a lot of what we're doing in this network is telling stories of the really innovative things that cities are doing to incorporate nature into their design and planning, and ways that they foster connections to the natural world, which is really at the heart of this idea that we want to live in cities where we're not disconnected from nature, but where it's all around us, where we're immersed in it, in fact. And that's probably the most exciting part of this vision, that cities like Singapore, even changing their motto from Singapore a garden city to Singapore a city in a garden. So instead of thinking about nature in a city as being in discrete places, maybe that park down the street that you have to go to visit, our new vision of a biophilic city is one of immersive nature. It's all around us. It's between the buildings. It's from the rooftop to the region, as we sometimes say, or the room to the region, or the room to the bioregion, and all of the spaces in between. So you have nature, you're experiencing nature, if not on an hourly basis, maybe a minute to minute. It's all around you. So that's exciting. The cities that are in our network are pursuing nature in different ways. Obviously, if you are a city like Phoenix in the desert, the kinds of nature that you have will be different from a city like Singapore, a tropical city, and the climate, the topography, the flora and fauna will be different in those places, but the goals are essentially the same. So we're quite excited about growing this network. There is a web page that I would love for you to visit, biophilic.cities.org. It has a lot of material there, a lot of information about how cities can join the network. There's certain minimum things that they have to include in an application. There has to be a council-adopted resolution or proclamation stating intent to join the network and aspiring to become a biophilic city. There's a lot of material on the webpage about what cities are already doing that should be inspirational. One of the things that we've been doing is making films about our cities. So there's a 50-minute film about Singapore, a new film about Edmonton, Canada, one of our new partner cities. And again, they're doing very different things, but they're inspirational in their own particular ways. And so it's a wonderful set of stories that we're beginning to tell. So we're hopeful about the network moving forward. We want to grow the network. We've recently received a grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, a 2-year grant, and we've set some ambitious targets for growing the network. We're also partnering with a number of organizations around the world. And we're doing many things to tell these stories and to understand what it means to be a biophilic city. In addition to the filmmaking, we have a new online journal called Biophilic Cities, and we're getting ready to issue our 3rd issue of that. And that is also, you can find that on biophilic-cities.org as well. We are spending a lot of time lately talking about the benefits of joining the network. Like a lot of networks, it is about cities helping each other. So and sharing information. We have monthly partner city calls. We have exchanges between cities. So for example, Fremantle, the mayor of Fremantle in Western Australia, they have just joined our network, and they have recently been hosted by Singapore. So we're seeing more of that happen as well. And it's also about helping propel this global movement of cities forward. So the cities are a peer group of institutions, a peer group of cities that are helping each other to advance this vision of biophilic cities. So again, I wish I could be there with you, but I hope that you're able to talk about the concept of biophilic urbanism and biophilic cities, and we stand ready to help any cities in Brazil or elsewhere that would be interested in joining the network. So many thanks for listening for these few minutes, and I look forward to hearing from some of you and perhaps visiting some of your cities. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.